everyone, welcome to I4C Growth. My name is Janice. First things first, y'all, let me tell you something. Your girl hit 100 subscribers, and I think right now I'm even past 100 by a few. I am so excited. Oh my gosh. Thank you. I'm so happy and so proud. First of all, proud of myself because it's not an easy journey, and then also happy that the content I'm putting out is actually valuable. Yeah, that people out there are finding my content valuable, and they're finding that they want to subscribe and keep up with my videos. I mean, that's a big deal. I'm just a random person on the internet, you know, so I'm very glad that you guys feel that I have value to offer and you want to watch my videos, whatever that value may be, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really grateful, I'm really appreciative. I'm wondering what I should do to celebrate. Hey, it's time to celebrate. So before I get into the video, I just wanted to say thank you for all my new subscribers being here. Thank you so much for all my returning subscribers. Thank you so much to you guys, especially because you guys, you know, you're keeping my stuff running. You're making me feel like there's people out there who are waiting for this content. It really does push me to do it even when it gets hard, because you know there's days I'm just like, wait, I don't have to do this. Wait, I ain't gotta do all this. But at the end of the day, yeah, when you guys come back, and Kwanzaa, let me tell you, my day, my month, my year was made when I read this comment on my previous video. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Linda. First of all, if I'm looking like a glazed donut, please understand, it is so hot, bro, and I get hot very easily. So my body temperature is pretty much always up unless I'm directly inside the Arctic, what is it called, Antarctica. So I just wanted to give a shout out to this person. Oh, this person made my day. I don't know, it just felt so special when I read this comment. She is called Sizakele. I don't know how to pronounce the second name. Anyway, Sizakele, you know yourself. Are you from South Africa? Because thank you so much to South Africa. This girl said, she said, I was literally just watching one of your old videos thinking, when is she posting her next video? Literally while I was watching an old video, this video came in. I've become one of those people, bro. You know, I do that. I watch I watch old videos waiting for a new video of the people who I really enjoy, and it's not many people whose videos that I enjoy like that. So if you're one of my favorite YouTubers, I normally I'll go back and watch the videos and be like, oh my gosh, I'm waiting for a new video. So the fact that I'm that to her means the world to me. It might sound like dramatic, but honestly, that made my day. I went and told everyone that comment came in, so I really felt special. And I'm really glad and grateful to you, Caesar. Please keep on watching, and please let me know what you want to keep seeing on this channel. So yeah, I just wanted to give her a little shout out because she made me feel special. I hope this makes you feel special as well. Again, thank you guys for 100 subscribers. I'm so excited. I don't know, should I do like a giveaway or something? calm down. No, I'm just joking. All I can say is really thank you, because I ain't got nothing to give y'all except my thanks.
I've got no way to pay you back. I can only say thank you. You've been a blessing to my life. I'll always remember you.
So I hope that's enough for you guys, and I hope that you keep enjoying. So in my next video, I'm going to be shouting out 3 special people. So if you want to get shouted out in my video, make sure to like this one, subscribe to the channel, and drop me a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to shout you out. Again, thank you guys so much for all the support, all the love, you know, all the comments, all the likes, and everything that you guys do for this channel to help it grow and to engage with the content. I really appreciate it. And with that being said, let's get straight into, I need to find a new phrase. And now we shall I don't know, and now let's move on to what this video is actually about. Today I want to break down the concept of masking in our natural hair journey / wash day. Okay, now I'm going to lay it out flat and quick. Like I said in my pre-poo video, I believe, that hair is growing and it grows, and there's nothing that you can do about it. As long as you're alive, your hair will grow, unless of course you have a condition or another circumstance around it that really makes it not so possible for you to grow hair. But really, every human being who exists, who's alive, the hair is growing. Now, the two main things The two main things that we're trying to do when we start our hair journey, in case you didn't know, natural hair journey just means you've decided you don't want to put chemical anymore in your hair, you don't want to use as much heat, you want to use natural products, you want to reduce tension. Basically, you're trying to grow your hair in a natural and healthy way. So the two main things that we're doing when we start a natural hair journey is, number one, enhancing hair growth, and number two, preventing breakage. Now, all the aspects of the wash day are supposed to play a part in these things, in number one, enhancing hair growth or preventing/reducing breakage. But a big part of doing both these things in your wash day routine, or something that really plays a big part in this, is masking. Okay, so in order to enhance growth, your hair needs moisture, and in order to prevent breakage or reduce breakage, your hair needs strength. A mask that offers moisture to your hair is known as a deep conditioning mask or a moisturizing mask, and the one that adds strength to your hair is known as a protein treatment. So that's the main difference between a deep conditioner or a moisturizing deep conditioner and a strengthening deep conditioner. Now, a moisturizing deep conditioner is just called a deep conditioner. A strengthening deep conditioner is called a protein treatment. As stated before, 4C or Afro hair is naturally dry and tangled. Deep conditioning treatments provide moisture to prevent and reduce this dryness and these tangles. So over time, what they do is they provide the moisture that's been lost in between wash days. So basically, if I wash my hair today, you can hear my voice already starting to do its thing. I am calm, I am calm, I am calm, I am calm. So what a deep conditioning treatment does is it restores the moisture that has been lost in between your wash days, basically. And over time, what this does is it improves the texture of your hair and specifically improves the moisture retention of your hair. And so this, in the long run, enhances your hair growth, as the most important thing hair needs to grow, like I said before, is moisture. Your hair needs moisture. Dry hair is gonna struggle. Now, because your hair will need to be manipulated, inevitably, like you're going to need to detangle your hair, you're going to need to put it in different hairstyles, you're going to need to protective style it, you're going to need to take down the protective style. So inevitably your hair is going to be manipulated, and so it will break during these various manipulations. Therefore, even if our hair has adequate moisture, without strength, it's going to break off. So it's going to be growing, but it's falling off. It's growing, but it's breaking off. Therefore, even if our hair has enough moisture or adequate moisture, without strength, it lacks the fortification it needs to actually remain connected to your scalp. This is where protein treatments come in. So hair is made up of a protein, or it's made up of various proteins, I believe. So over time, these proteins get broken down and need to be replenished. So that's where you bring in your protein treatment. The thing with a protein treatment is its molecules are big, so they end up sitting on top of the hair and filling gaps in the hair, like places where your hair has broken, or heat damaged, or color damaged, or sun damaged, or just damaged by elements and by everyday life. So those two places where there's gaps in your hair strands, the molecules of the protein treatment come and embed themselves and sit on top of your hair to strengthen it. Now this improves its appearance. You're able to now manipulate your hair without it breaking off. Also improves things like its shine, and just the overall feel of the hair starts to feel much better. So the stronger your hair, the more moisturized your hair, the less prone to breakage it is. So the key to hair growth and length retention is moisture, strength, and mastering the balance between the two. It's important to note that too much of a good thing can become a bad thing. So if you do too much deep conditioning without balancing it out with protein treatments, which means there's too much moisture and not enough strength, something called over moisturization happens, where your hair has way too much moisture. And if you do too much strengthening and you're not balancing it out with moisture, then baby, your hair has protein overload. So hair that's overly moisturized or overly moisturized Hair that's overly moisturized, unanielewa? Sawa? Hair that's overly moisturized has is not strong enough, so it starts to feel mushy, it feels stringy, it looks dull, it feels flat, and it's a little bit too soft to the touch. So if you find that this is how your hair is looking, how it's feeling, okay, manipulate, it's just pouring out, falling out, breaking off, or it doesn't feel strong, like the tangles it's tangling too quick, too much, you just start to feel like it doesn't have any fortification, then that's a red flag for you to get your protein treatment and strengthen your hair back up. On the flip side, if your hair has too much strength, it's too stiff, it's too dry, it's feeling brittle, it's also breaking off, but now in small pieces, it's like every time you touch your hair, just like it's just so dry, then that can be a red flag for you to start incorporating a bit more deep conditioning into your hair care regimen. Another thing I wanted to mention that's important is the way that you plan to balance the deep conditioning or the moisture and the strength through the protein treatment is by understanding your hair type. More importantly than your hair type, hair porosity, because your porosity is a big deciding factor in how you take care of your hair. So I'll just give a quick general overview. Porosity basically is a measure of how porous your hair is. We all know what porous means. Mashimo, maji, kupita, that one. High porosity simply means that your hair is very porous, while low porosity means your hair is not porous. It's literally just the English definition of those words. So highly porous hair means that your hair strands have a lot of gaps in them, a lot of damaged areas in them. So some people are born with high porosity hair naturally, and some people have high porosity hair because of damage that's been caused over time. Things that damage your hair is use of heat or excessive use of heat, coloring your hair or using harsh colorants, harsh chemicals, perming your hair, use of, let's say, tools and things like that, especially if you're not using them the right way. So those are some of the things that can give you high porosity hair over time. But some people are just born with high porosity hair, which means the cuticles of the hair are lifted and the gaps in the hair are more than someone who has low porosity hair. Now, low porosity hair is hair that doesn't have as many gaps, doesn't have areas that are damaged like that. The cuticle on the hair, because a hair strand has many different parts of it, but the topmost layer is called the cuticle. So in high porosity hair, the cuticles are lifted up, while in low porosity hair, the cuticles are laying down. Therefore, the hair strand is more protected for a person with low porosity hair than someone who has high porosity hair. Okay, so what protein treatment comes and does, it improves the structure of the hair strands in someone who has high porosity hair, whereas in someone who has low porosity hair, they don't really need that much protein because the structure of their hair strand is already really good. The cuticles are already down, it's already protected, it's already fortified. Now, people with higher porosity hair need to be careful with moisture, because our cuticles being lifted up like that and the areas that are damaged and the gaps in the hair makes it easier for moisture to seep in and to be taken up by the hair, whereas someone who has low porosity hair has to be really careful about this, because the cuticles laying flat like that and the hair strands being very well fortified make it difficult for moisture to find its way into the deeper layers of the hair and actually give it what it needs. So what we need to do here is understand our hair porosity, because I, as a high porosity haired person, I may need to do more protein treatments or protein treat my hair more frequently than someone who has low porosity hair, and someone who has low porosity hair may need to deep condition their hair more frequently than I need to with someone who has high porosity hair. Now, there's also different products that different porosities need to look out for. Okay, I've told you guys this before. There's penetrative oils, there's sealing oils, there's products that seep into the hair, and there are those that sit on top of the hair. For deep conditioning treatments, we need to look out for products that have more moisture content, or at least products that draw moisture from the environment. And for a protein treatment, we need to look for different proteins present in that product. Okay, low porosity girls, be careful about using protein, because your hair is already very strong, your cuticles are already laying flat, the hair strand is already, the structure is already good and fortified. You need to be careful not to over strengthen your hair by using too much protein in it. For high porosity girls, you need to make sure that you're not doing too much of deep conditioning and putting too much moisture in your hair, because it will begin to become mushy, dull, flat, and all these things. Now, as for deep conditioners, just like anything else, you can buy it from the store and you can also make for yourself at home. If you're going to buy it from the store, you need to look out for some important ingredients in your deep conditioner. Things that you should look out for are oils, things like humectants, and other products that are very penetrative and can seep into the hair shaft. Examples of these are oils. You can look for oils like olive oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil, these three, or argan oil. These are oils that penetrate the hair shaft. As for humectants, a humectant is simply an ingredient or a product that, when applied to hair, applied to skin, draws moisture from the environment and draws moisture also from deep within the skin. And what this does is, of course, helps your hair to remain moisturized even as you're going about your day. Ingredients that seep into the hair and that have small enough molecules to penetrate the hair are things like avocado. So even in oils, you can look for avocado oil. So when you're looking at when you're buying your product, don't just buy something because of the brand name. Don't just buy something because it was suggested by I4C Growth. Okay. Don't just buy something because some other influencer who you love suggested it, or because everyone is hyping it up. Make sure you understand your hair type, your hair porosity, and you check those ingredients so that you're not actually damaging your hair. And another important thing, I'm just gonna put it in here, make sure you do a patch test. I am guilty as charged. I don't actually do patch test most of the time. I actually forget that, but I'm not going to advise you to be like me. Don't be like Jan. Okay, be wise and do a patch test, because you really don't know how something is going to affect you. So just pick a small section at the back of your head, pull out some of that hair, put the product in it, leave it in for a good amount of time, an hour plus, and you'll be able to pinpoint if this product has any negative effects on you, your skin, your hair, and so on. And then after you've figured out that it's okay, then you can apply it to your whole head, and you can even add that as part of the products that you buy regularly. For protein treatments, what you can look for is any hydrolyzed protein. So oat protein, wheat protein, soy protein, collagen, amino acids, I think I already said oat protein. Clearly I love oats. Those are the proteins that you should be looking for. So make sure you're looking at the ingredients. Don't look at those things and say, hey, butyl, sijui what, hey, let me just buy. No, do your research. Be very careful about that. Check for certain specific products. And let me tell you something. Let me give you guys a warning. And I'm sure most of you out there already know this. You know what these brands do? Yes, there are brands that are dedicated to helping you grow your hair and helping you do the best and whatever. There are brands out there though that are malicious in their intentions to bait you so that you can buy their product. So if you see a product, first look at the name that they've given it. If they've said argan oil deep conditioner, go to the back of the container, read those ingredients. If argan oil is not in the top 5 ingredients, you have been duped.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So make sure that this product, they've not just called it argan oil nini, but then you come down and you find it's the 13th ingredient in the product. That means there's very little of that product, because the product ingredient list starts with what is highest in content in that product. So if it starts with water, you know water is the most is the biggest element in that product. If it starts with petrolatum or whatever the case may be, you know that that's the thing that has the highest content in that product. So if you see they're telling you vitamin E, argan oil, castor oil, but those 3 things are the last 3 ingredients in the product, then that's a bit of a red flag. And that's why you'll find that there are products that are more expensive than others, because your argan oil deep conditioner, cream of nature, for example, you find that the argan oil is actually in the top 5 ingredients. But Ilea, I don't want to name a brand or something, whichever brand has argan oil as the last ingredient but still calls their product argan oil deep conditioner, that's a red flag. So don't just buy something because it's expensive, or don't just buy something because it's cheap. Just check, make sure it's coinciding and you're not falling prey to these brands and to consumerism. Okay, but more importantly for me, and for anyone out there who's like me, is to understand that you can actually make for yourself deep conditioners and protein treatments in the house for very, very cheap, and that do the job very well. I can tell you for a fact right now, I don't actually remember the last time I bought a hair mask from the store. I can't remember the last time I bought. Yani me, I'm just a DIY girly because I've seen those things to work. I know what I'm putting in my whatever. I've really just taken my hair journey into my own hands. I've seen how Ayurveda has changed my hair. I've seen how just using simple fruits in my hair has helped it. I've seen how protective styling for myself, like doing my own hair every single day for the past maybe like 7 years, or is it 8? I've been doing my hair for a long time. I've seen that can work. I've seen the difference in just a very short time. So good news out there for all the DIY girlies, all the girls who want something simple, affordable, whatever. I'm here to help you. In today's video, I'm going to make a simple deep conditioning treatment, but I'm going to include some Ayurvedic products and powders that will not only do deep conditioning, will not have only moisturizing properties, but will also have strengthening properties. Again, depending on your hair porosity, deep conditioning is done every 2 weeks as a general rule. Every 2 weeks or every month, every time basically you wash your hair. As for protein treatment, once a month or once every 6 weeks. 6 weeks to 8 weeks for low porosity girls. As I had told you, their hair is already strong, it's already fortified, it's not damaged like the high porosity girls. So high porosity girls, every month or 6 weeks a strengthening treatment. Now, a lot of the times these treatments are dependent on so many things. They're dependent on your lifestyle, dependent on your some of the factors which we discussed in our shampooing video. You can go back and watch that. Those factors, they're deciding factors for how you're going to do your deep conditioning, because it's also part of your wash day. So just look at all those factors and decide what works for you. But as a general rule, every 2 weeks deep condition your hair. I'm telling you, hair really needs moisture. Sometimes you can think, hey, every 2 weeks ni mingi, but when you give your hair that moisture, it starts to thank you, and it's like, bro, I needed this. And you're like, you mean you were parched like that? And it's like, yeah, girl, I was parched like that. So just make sure that you are giving your hair enough moisture. And then our strength, you come in, sprinkle it here and there. So every month you're doing a strengthening treatment. Every 6 weeks you can do a strengthening treatment. Every 8 weeks you can do a strengthening treatment, depending again on how your hair feels. Also, sometimes you've just done a strengthening treatment, let's say last month, and you're trying to feel, does your hair really need any strengthening again? And it's telling you, I'm good, I'm strong enough, give me some moisture. So you listen to your hair. Most of the time it will tell you what it needs. Listen to your hair and just apply that as necessary. But again, as a general rule, deep condition every 2 weeks, protein treatment every 1 month. Quickly, we are going to get into making our own at-home deep conditioning treatment. The benefit of using Ayurvedic powders in making your own DIY products at home is that you can make them either strengthening treatments or moisturizing treatments with your Ayurvedic products at home. You see, in the store-bought products, of course, they've used processed material to make the product. So hydrolyzed protein, soy protein, hydrolyzed oat protein, and so on. Now, when you're making your your protein treatment in the house, you don't have hydrolyzed soy protein. What you do have is Ayurveda. There's Ayurvedic herbs that are known to be strengthening, fortifying, and absolutely life-changing. And there's Ayurvedic herbs that are known to be moisturizing and to enhance the curl pattern of your hair and so on. This is where Ayurveda comes in. It helps you to either make your mask a deep conditioner or make your mask a protein treatment, and just basically add different elements that you'd like. If you want fortification, there's powders for that. If you want strength, there's powders for that. If you want moisture, there's powders for that. If you want to cleanse your scalp, there's literally powders for that. Let me tell you, with Ayurveda you can do full wash day. Aritha, also called soap nut, this is just a side note, is an Ayurvedic powder that actually suds up, like it actually foams up like a real shampoo. And you can literally use Aritha powder to cleanse your scalp without having to use a shampoo. Okay, like Ayurveda really changes the game. So in today's how to make your deep conditioner at home, I'm going to just make it a simple one for you guys. I'm going to pick powders that I have available to me, and I'm going to pick powders that provide me with moisture and also strength, so that I'm doing both things at the same time, just so that you guys can understand how you can do the same for yourself at home. As time goes by, I'm probably going to delve deeper into explaining now how to use the different herbs and the benefits and all these things about these herbs. I'm going to delve deeper into them, but in today's video I didn't want to overwhelm you guys. But because I always use Ayurveda, I can't I can't leave it out basically, so I have to include it. So hopefully you guys understand how it works, and hopefully you try it out for yourself, because let me tell you, first use, you're going to feel the difference. You're going to see a difference. Then you'll just be like, wait, what have I been doing with my life this whole time? That's how I felt when I first started using Ayurveda. So anyway, yeah, let's get into how we make our deep conditioner, and then we're going to jump into how we use it, and that will be a wrap. Okay.